Score! Yeah, baby! What skills build the best sales reps? I've spent time, and many of you have as well, working with phenomenal sales reps. I mean, the people where you're like, that guy is so good, that gal is so good. They sell effortlessly, like they're so good. And what has happened is I've sat down and I've worked with some people where they had some formulas, pretty smart people, on what to hire and who to look for and what skills make the best sales reps. Now, there's exceptions to every rule. So I'll say that right off the get-go. There are people that are exceptions to the rule. But what I've found is that there are two types of people, or a little bit of their background, that have a tendency to do very well in sales. So if you're a sales manager and you're out there looking for salespeople, here's some things to look at. Number one is athletes. College athletes, even high school athletes, collegiate athletes are really good, semi-pro, pro, or people who are constantly out playing in a team league. Number two is musicians. And I don't mean the musicians, but a little bit. And why do I say musicians? These two groups have something in common. And it's what you want in your salespeople. Number one is persistence. You can't be a great athlete or a great musician unless you are persistent. Sales is persistence. You'll get knocked down all the time and you've got to get right back up. Coachability. Every great musician and every great athlete has had hours, days, months, years of phenomenal coaching. And they know how to be coached to produce better results. Not a bad skill for a salesman to have. Next up, you want to make sure that they understand that it is wins and losses. Wins and losses. You would be amazed at how many salespeople they go out and they say, oh man, I hate going out and doing cold calls because there's so much rejection. There's rejection in music. How many times you hear somebody, dun, 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 oh man, start all over. Dun, 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 start all over. Or guy, I just got ran over. That guy just ran me over. Oh, I dropped that pitch. Oh, I threw a freaking wrong this. Oh, I missed that shot. They experience lots and lots of failures and they get right back up and they understand failure is part of the game. That might be a good skill to have in sales. The difference, you cannot find a single professional athlete or musician that says sales is a numbers game. It's a skills game. If you sat there and said, you know what? If I get up to bat 3,000 times, eventually I'm going to hit a home run. Your coach doesn't want you. If you say, look, I'm going to pound on this keyboard and eventually I'm going to make music. Nobody wants to listen to that trash. What do they say? Practice, practice, practice. Increase your skills to get better results. That means it's a skills game, not a numbers game. Sales might be wrong. Next up, that they understand that it is a process. A process meaning that you start and you need to get progressively better. You're never done. You're never done as an athlete. You sit there and guess what? Tiger Woods had multiple coaches through his whole career, all the way to the end. Guess what? You look at musicians and a lot of them sit down, they listen to other people's music. They go get producers. They go get people that coach them and they have people that help them with writing songs and look at bigger scope. You need to make sure that when you're hiring sales reps, take a second look on if they're athletes in any caliber and they're dedicated to being an athlete, or, and the fitness is part of that too, or that they're musicians. These two sets of skills are ideal for going into sales. So if you have questions on it, comments on it, I will say there are exceptions. There's always exceptions to the rule. But I found that I recently rode with a guy who is a cyclist. Guess what? He understands. It is a process. It is longer than one race. And there's bumps and there's bruises and you get right back up and try again. All right? I hope that helps you on those skills. And here's the thing. You might want to evaluate what are the key skills that athletes and musicians have, and how can I apply those to building better sales reps that produce better results. I hope that helps you with your hiring. Hope it helps you with building your team. And you might want to evaluate that person might have a secret passion that they play amazing and crazy cornhole. It's still a game and they still have persistence. Have a great day. Bye-bye.